Hello students, in this video I'll be discussing the June 2017 OCR programming paper question number 6. Now in this question they are saying that there is a small accountancy firm, OCR Accounts, and it uses standalone computers in the office. Now this particular company is considering that it should implement networking in its office. Now one benefit of implementing the networking is that the company can monitor the devices and the employees on the network. Now they are asking, you have to give examples of the company and you have to tell what are the additional benefits that the company will derive after implementing the computer networks. Now you have to give any two benefits and a detailed example of how the company is going to benefit. And this question is for 6 marks. Let us look at the answer. So you will get 2 marks per explanation and 1 for the example. So you have to give what benefit the company will derive, you will get 2 marks, and if you give one example you will get another mark. So if you have to give in total 2 explanations and 2 examples so that you get 6 marks. Now what are the possible explanations? You can say that the company employees can share the files between the computers. They can implement a centralized data storage. They can allow for collaborative working and more efficient workspaces can be there. And an example is that the OCR Accounts uses a shared network drive to share the work. Then they can share devices like printers, routers, etc. Few peripherals printers are required, which will save the money. And OCR Accounts only needs one printer rather than one printer per employee. Then another example and explanation that you can give is it has an improved communication as emails can be sent, and OCR Accounts will use email for documentation and work. Then you will say that the central management of the security is possible, antivirus, firewall security, so that the computers are secure. So example of this is that the OCR Accounts will not need a security for each standalone computer because the network security can be implemented. Then we have that the centralized backup facilities can be utilized, and example of this is that the OCR Accounts back up its data for all the staff. So these are many reasons which you can give. Out of these you have to give any 2 reasons. Now let us look at the next part of the question. In the next B part, it is asking that the OCR Accounts have a set of laptops that will form the network. Now identify one hardware device that you need in order to connect the laptop to the internet. Now the possible device that we need is a modem, or a router. So as you know, a modem was used in a dial-up connection, and for broadband connections routers are required. Modem is generally a modulator-demodulator device, and a router is a soft switch that helps in forwarding of the messages. Then in the next part they are asking, identify 2 additional pieces of hardware that you require in order to set up the network and describe what each piece of hardware is going to do. This question is for 4 marks, so you have to specify 2 devices. One is the NIC card. NIC card is the network interface card, and it is used to connect the machine to the network. Connect machine to the network where the wire of the network will be connected. So this is NIC card is where the wire will be connected for a given machine. Then you can have a Wi-Fi access point. Wi-Fi access point will help you to connect your device to a Wi-Fi network. So let us look at the answer key, what all options they have given us. So as you can see in the answer key, there is a NIC to connect the Ethernet cable to the computer. Then we have router to receive and transmit data within the network and to send data around a network. Then you can use bridge to connect multiple networks together. You can make use of a switch to connect multiple devices together. Then you can make use of a hub. So router, bridge, switch and hub, they all work at different layers of the computer network. So you can mention any of these devices. Then server is there to store in the data and manage the network. Then wireless access points are there to allow wireless transmission. Cables are there to connect the devices together. So if you write any of these answers, you have to mention any two along with the explanation of how it will be utilized. Then now let us look at the last part of the sixth question. In this they are asking that the OCR accounts is setting a number of network security policies. Sorry, not security, just network policies. Now describe the network policies that the OCR accounts could implement and explain the purpose of each of these policies within the network. Now, since a star is placed along with the question number, that means this question will be evaluated for the quality of your written communication, and therefore you will be evaluated on the basis of the quality of English that you are going to write. So let us look at the possible answers. So as we can see here, this question is for 6 marks and you will get 5 to 6 marks in case you are able to discuss two different policies and give very strong and clear explanation of why these policies are required. There is no grammar or English mistakes and no punctuation mistakes, so you will get 5 to 6 marks. Then you will get medium 3 to 4 marks in case you mention two policies but your explanations are weak and there is occasional spelling mistake or grammar or punctuation mistake. You will get 3 to 4 marks. Then you will get a low level response if you are unable to mention properly the policies, only one policy is discussed and you poorly express and you are unable to relate it to the context, and there is mistakes in the grammar, punctuation and spelling, so you will get 1 to 2 marks. And 0 marks are there if the examiner feels that you are not worthy of the credit. Now let us look at the answer. You will say what is the possible acceptable usage of the computer by the employee, like the employees cannot do their personal work on the computer and they should do work only related to their work, and they should not download any inappropriate materials or any softwares which are not allowed by the company policy. Then disaster recovery policies should be framed so that what happens if there is a crash in the computer or network or data loss is there, and what is the possible plan to avoid the downtime. Then we have the failover. In case of failure will happen, then how the backup devices are ready to take up the devices which have failed and allow the company to continue working, and downtime is minimum. Then what are the backup facilities, how they will be implemented, who is responsible for it. Then archiving, that how to maintain the archives, then free up the memory space in the computer. So all these policies have to be framed and you have to give any two policies and the explanation for each of the policies. So this is what we have in this question paper. Thank you very much.